Facts about music you probably didn't know. 1. Why your favorite song still hits after 300 plus plays. Research suggests that people replay their favorite songs far more than expected. Some studies found listeners can return to a beloved track hundreds of times, often over 300 plays, without losing the emotional connection. A song usually feels overplayed only when the brain stops finding emotional reward in it. But when music is tied to memories, identity, comfort, motivation, or personal experiences, the brain keeps responding positively each time it plays. Interestingly, songs you personally choose tend to stay enjoyable longer than songs forced on you by trends, radio repetition, or algorithms. Emotional attachment, mood, nostalgia, and timing all affect how long a track keeps its magic.
Number 2. The music you heard young stays with you forever. Psychologists describe something called the reminiscence bump, a tendency for people to form stronger emotional memories during their teenage years and early adulthood. Because of this, the songs you hear between around ages 12 and 25 often become deeply connected to your identity, emotions, friendships, and life experiences. Music from that period can trigger vivid memories years later because the brain stores emotionally important moments more intensely during those formative years. That's why an old song from your teens can suddenly bring back feelings, places, and memories almost instantly, even decades later.
Number 3. Minor key music sounds sad almost everywhere. Researchers studying music across different cultures discovered something fascinating. People around the world often associate minor key music with sadness and major key music with happiness. Even in communities with little or no exposure to Western music, scientists believe this emotional reaction may come from how minor chords resemble the tone patterns of a distressed human voice. Slower pitch movement, darker harmonies, and softer tonal shifts can naturally signal sadness to the brain, making the feeling understandable across cultures. That's why a melancholic melody can feel emotional, even when you don't understand the language or recognize the song itself.
4. Learning an instrument literally rewires your brain. Brain scans have shown that people who play musical instruments often develop stronger connections between different parts of the brain compared to non-musicians. Areas linked to movement, hearing, coordination, memory, and timing can become more active and better developed through long-term musical training. Playing music is one of the few activities that engages nearly the entire brain at the same time. Reading notes, controlling movement, listening to pitch, keeping rhythm, and expressing emotion all happen simultaneously, creating intense mental stimulation. Researchers also found that music education is frequently connected to improvements in language skills, problem solving, memory, mathematical thinking, and spatial awareness, showing that learning an instrument trains far more than just musical ability.
Number 5. Babies are born with a sense of rhythm. Research on newborn babies has shown that even within the first days of life, the brain can recognize repeating rhythmic patterns in sound. Scientists discovered that infants respond differently when a steady beat is interrupted, suggesting the human brain is naturally tuned to rhythm from the very beginning. This early sensitivity may play an important role in how humans learn communication and language later in life. Rhythm helps the brain recognize patterns, timing, and speech flow, all essential parts of understanding language. That's why lullabies, clapping patterns, and rhythmic speech seem to connect so naturally with babies long before they can even talk. And lastly, rhythm can help the brain move again. Researchers have found that steady musical rhythm can temporarily improve movement and walking patterns in some people with Parkinson's disease. In rehabilitation settings, rhythmic beats often help patients move with better timing, coordination, and balance. Scientists believe the brain can use external rhythm as a kind of timing guide, helping bypass disrupted movement signals caused by the condition. Even simple beats or metronome-like sounds can sometimes make walking feel smoother and more controlled.
Because of these effects, rhythmic auditory stimulation is now used as a real therapeutic technique in neurological rehabilitation programs, showing how deeply music and movement are connected inside the human brain. You may never see my channel if you don't subscribe.